Joining us now here on your source for the truth in America, the John Fredericks Show, is Corky Messner. Corky goes to Dartmouth. Corky running for the Republican nomination for Senate, New Hampshire. That primary all the way until September of 2020, and then he'll have 8 weeks to take on Jeanne Shaheen. That is, if you think Virginia's conventions are dumb, that's almost as dumb. Not quite, but almost right there. So you get out of your convention, your primary in September, you got 8 weeks to run a campaign against an incumbent who stockpiled $20-something million. I mean, that's like the Incumbent Protection Act. But if anybody can do it, Corky can. We've endorsed him for U.S. Senate. Great guy. Hey, Corky, great to have you, man.
Good morning, John. How you doing?
Never better. Corky goes to Dartmouth. I want to know all about it.
Yeah, John, the Dartmouth College Republicans invited me to go to Dartmouth and speak about the opioid crisis and building a wall on the southern border to stop the flow of drugs, which is a primary cause of the opioid crisis. And we were scheduled to talk last night, and then yesterday the leftists, the college Democrats, started stirring things up with social media posts and some threatening posts. And the college Republicans reached out to the administration for some help. None was forthcoming. So for safety concerns, the college Republicans decided to postpone the event. Yeah.
Postpone the event? Like postpone as in they rescinded your invitation, or postpone in that you'll come back in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I went up there anyway, John, and I met with the leadership of the college Republicans and some other students, and we are going to reschedule as soon as possible. We are going to find a venue. We will provide security, and we will do this, and I will have the opportunity to speak with the college Republicans of Dartmouth.
So let me get this straight. So the college Republicans of Dartmouth, how many are there? Like 5?
No, there's more than that, John. They have a vibrant group there, and it's growing. And as I said, I met with the leadership, and they're fine young people, and they care, and they're Trump supporters, and they think issues through, and they're not emotional, unlike the college Democrats.
So they invite you to speak, and then there's going to be all kinds of hullabaloo. So, I mean, I just don't understand. We're all for free speech. So if they invite you to speak and other people there don't like you and they don't want to hear what you have to say, why wouldn't they just not go to your event? Why do they have to stop you from having an event? Like, it just walk me through that logic, Corky.
Well, there is no logic, John. They're just trying to silence people. They're trying to silence free speech. They're trying to silence ideas. And they've done this before, and they have various techniques they use, one of which is the protesters come into the event, bring their laptops. These college students then all go on to a pornography website and turn up their volume to interrupt the talk. So they have these techniques to silence people.
Come on, Corky, you're kidding me. They turn on a pornography website and turn up the sound. That's how they disrupt it.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to be kidding me. That can't be true. Is that true?
That's what the college Republicans have told me is one of their techniques. John, we're not giving up. I will speak at Dartmouth, and it will happen.
Okay, I've never heard that one. I don't. What would they play on a pornography website? Like, what kind of they play music on those? Like, what do they do? Bang a drum or something?
I don't know, John, but.
I'll tell my wife that's got to be part of my next research project with the Corky Messner campaign. I'm sorry, I've got to go on these sites to figure out what music they're blaring at Dartmouth to interrupt Corky's speech. This is purely a research project, Corky. That's it.
Indeed.
It's like it's part of my job, right? Somebody's got to do it. It might as well be me.
Yeah, let me know what you find out, John.
I'll pass it on to Fred. All right, that's funny. I got to stop laughing. All right, well, tell me. I got to go to a quick word from our sponsors. Gather myself, and then I'll be right back, and you can give me an update on your campaign. All right, I'm back. Corky Messner with me. Kira, I just want you to know, I just got a text from Al, who's listening to our show, our station manager. Comes on in the afternoon. Al says, I'll be happy to do John's research for him. being that I did sell the strip club advertiser in the Pittsburgh Steelers coverage that we had, and I actually had to go there and get his ad. So he said, I'm well versed in the subject. Oh, Corky. All right, tell me about your campaign. Now you're running against. Look, I'm sick of these never Trumpers. I really am sick of them. You know, John Bolton was the last straw for me. Mitt Romney. I'm so sick of these people, Corky. And now they're trying to get elected. They're all running on Trump's coattails, and they've not supported the president or his America First agenda. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of giving him passes. I'm done with the whole thing. You're running against two guys. Don Boldig, general, nice guy. I've never met him. Sure, I'm going to have him on my show when they reach out to me. But he doesn't support the president's America First agenda and foreign policy. He said that publicly. So why would we nominate somebody that's not even with the president on one of the key elements of his foreign policy platform, which is getting out of Syria, getting out of Afghanistan? Why would we do that? What's the point?
John, my focus is on beating Gene Shaheen, and my focus is on getting as many Granite Staters as possible to support me, and we're making great progress in that. And my message of freedom and liberty and economic freedom and capitalism and a rising tide lifting all boats is resonating with the people of New Hampshire. And I'm out there every day, John, every day. This weekend, I went to the dog sled races in Laconia, met some people there. Then I went to the snow machine races in Loudon at the racetrack and talked to a gentleman who is a heavy equipment operator and another gentleman who's a welder. And we talked about the issues of the day, and they're strong Trump supporters. And they're going to be behind me. So I'm focused on beating Gene Shaheen because of the late primary. We need to focus on her, and that's what we're doing, and I'm going to beat her.
So you've got to raise money basically on two ends, right? Because you can't. The money you raise for your primary campaign, you can't spend that in the general, and the money you raise in the general, you can't spend in the primary. You can't wait to raise money for your general until the primary is over because you only got 2 months. So how do you navigate your way through that?
Just talk to as many people as I can, John. And I urge everyone to go to my website, corkyforsenate.com, and donate. And it's a grind every day to raise money, but we're doing that. In addition, John, I've been fortunate in my life. I'm a rags to riches story. I'm a blue collar kid that became successful, and I'm able to put some of my own money in, especially to help during this primary. So it's a fight, it's a grind. We're doing it. We're being successful, and we'll continue to raise money, and we'll continue to expose Gene Shaheen for the progressive that she is.
Well, I think Trump's going to win New Hampshire. So the question becomes, if you're voting for President Trump and you're a New Hampshire voter, why would you then go one ballot down and vote for the liberal senator that tried to impeach him and stands in the way of every one of his agenda items? Like, why would you do that? How's that make sense?
It doesn't make sense, John, and especially it doesn't make sense because our governor here, Governor Sununu, is incredibly popular. He's doing a great job. And so we're going to have three people at the top of the ballot that are strong conservative Republicans And I think President Trump will win, Governor Sununu will win, and I will beat Jeanne Shaheen.
All right, I think you're going to win. I think you got a shot to win one or two of those congressional seats, depending on who is nominated. I've already endorsed Steve Negron. He's in the 2nd district, isn't he? Right, the 2nd?
That's correct.
Great guy. I tell you what, man, you sit down with Steve, you just can't help but back the guy. He's got so much experience, and he's a really good guy. So I know he's working hard. It could be, November of 4th, 2020 could be a great night in New Hampshire. You could see Trump carry the state, Corky Messner elected to the U.S. Senate, Steve Negron elected to Congress over Ann Custer, and then you also got a swing district in the 1st. You guys could run the table. New Hampshire can run the table.
That's right, John. And in addition, we're going to win back the state house, and we're going to win back the state Senate. So to give
you're going to win the governorship.
We're going to win the governorship, and Governor Sununu needs the support of the state legislature. I mean, last year he had 55 vetoes with the liberals here in the state house trying to impose an income tax and gun control and various other things. So as I say to Governor Sununu, help is on the way. We're going to run the table here in New Hampshire.
I think you guys are going to do it, and that leads me to have the opportunity to get back up there again and do my show at A.J. Letizio's massive, sprawling enterprise up there with the studio he's put in for me. That's like my studio, isn't it? Right? That's like the John Fredericks studio that
it's
AJ's
awesome
put in.
Place. Yeah, awesome place he put together there. I love going there and love spending time with him.
All right, Corky Messner, what's your website? People want more info.
CorkyForSenate.com, CorkyForSenate.com, and you can also follow me on Twitter, same handle, Facebook, Instagram, Corky for Senate.
All right, CorkyForSenate.com. Always great to have you on, Corky Messner. Good luck in your race. Let's stay in touch, and thanks for texting me today about Dartmouth. I'd stay with you longer, but I have to get set for my research project for Dartmouth University, and I've got to be focused on that. Corky, I'm a follow-up guy. I'm very diligent. You give me a project, I do it immediately, and I'm very focused on that. So I'd love to spend time with you, but I got to go and do my Dartmouth College Republicans Research Disruption Project coming up next. Corky Messner.
Thank you, John, and good luck with that.
Thanks for being with us.